Sir, I rise to oppose the demand and grants for the ministries of civil aviation and tourism. Now, two important subjects, civil aviation and tourism, are being discussed today, which has got immense potential for growth both in the domestic and also in the international sector. First of all, I would like to say something about civil aviation. The government has already brought a draft civil aviation policy. That policy has clearly pointed out that India has the potential to be among the global top three nations in terms of domestic and international passengers. However, we have not witnessed the level of growth that it should have. To promote the growth of aviation sector in the country, the government has multiple responsibilities, including ensuring sustainable infrastructure development, affordable flying, passenger friendly attitude, and their safety and security things. It is highly necessary to check the progress and deficiency of the government in this regard. First of all, I am coming to affordable flying. Honorable Chairman, sir, now we are witnessing a rocketing airfare throughout the country, both in the domestic sector and also in the international sector. In the draft civil aviation policy, the government has emphasized the need of taking flying to the masses by making it affordable. But what is exactly happening in the affordable flying? There is nothing, as airfare is rocketing, especially during peak seasons. The Civil Aviation Ministry has taken a stand that they are not in a position to interfere because of the existing price regulating mechanism. I am coming from a state from which thousands and lakhs of people are working in the Middle East. A majority of them are downtrodden people. They are in the camps. The Honorable Prime Minister had visited Dubai 1 year before. He had received a lot of complaints regarding airfare. The media has reported that the Honorable Prime Minister intervened and directed the Civil Aviation Minister to look into the matter and take immediate steps. So this is what has happened. At present, again the prices are exorbitantly high. The people are not in a position to afford them. These people come only 1 in 3 or 4 years. The situation is same even with Air India Express, which is a cheaper airline. So they are looting the poor people. There is required a strong action from the government. The August House is expecting a positive reply from the Honorable Minister in this regard. There is no justification of airfare hike when the price of ATF is falling. Secondly, in this year's budget, the allocation for Air India has been drastically cut. I am sincerely congratulating the Air India for taking efforts to sustain itself. I can frankly say that the present CMD of Air India is doing a good job. His predecessor was also doing a good job. In 2012, they have a turnaround package. Every year, the Ministry of Finance allocates some money to them. What is the allocation of this year, Honorable Minister? Are you satisfied with that? Are you in a position to run Air India smoothly with the allocation? I am asking for Air India because it is public career. We need Air India because it is a national career. The allocation has been drastically cut. Therefore, the Air India would definitely suffer if they do not try to run it smoothly. It will be in trouble, and the private carriers will again. Therefore, my request to the Honorable Minister is that he should take up this issue with the Finance Minister and ask for maximum amount of money. There has been a yearly allocation since 2012, so this amount should be earmarked for Air India. My third point is regarding Air India Express. I think it is a profit making organization. A majority of Air India Express flights are flying from Kerala. The headquarters of Air India Express is in Kerala. For many years, we have been requesting for shifting the headquarters to Kochi. Some offices have been shifted, but the process of shifting the entire office has not started yet. Therefore, I need an action from the government in this regard. My next point is that our aviation policy speaks about the affordable flying. Yes, we agree with it. A proposal has been made by the Kerala government to your ministry, which is pending for the last 2-3 years. This is regarding starting of Air Kerala. I know the limitations. There are two important norms for starting an airline, that is minimum 5-year flying experience and minimum fleet of 20. Kerala government wants to invest in that area. If the government of India is ready to agree to the proposal of starting Air Kerala, they are ready to invest, but they want the consent of the central government. When the UPA government was in power, a cabinet note was circulated. At that time, the elections were announced. For the last 2 years, you are sitting on papers. The proposal to start Air Kerala should be approved. A cabinet decision is needed for that. Therefore, it should be expedited. For stop and over.